In front of you is a visa that was approved in 2025. And I want to read the letter of explanation that got the visa approved this year. Now, in spite of the multiple rejections and record-breaking refusals by the Canadian embassy and also other embassies in the world, visas are still being approved. They are just correcting they're trying to reduce the overpopulation that's happening in Canada and the pressure on the social amenities. But things will resume back to normal because some of the population are getting older. There'll be shortages in some particular occupation areas. So you can still apply. All right, if your dream is to go to Canada, you can still apply. But the thing is, strict measures will now be adhered to, and you need to be convincing enough in your letter of explanation. So follow me as we go through this journey to read the explanation, the letter of explanation that got this visa approved. You can see the visa in front of you. For the purpose of anonymity, we will not reveal the person's identity, but the testimonial will be coming up maybe next week. I'll ask the person to do a video. A video was done, but I'm not satisfied with it. But we'll still do another video just to share her testimony. Okay. I want to appreciate everybody who has been liking, subscribing, sharing, and getting value. So if you've been getting value, please leave a comment, share, like, and subscribe. And also, don't fail to reach out to me. Send a mail to dryphtagency@gmail.com. Okay, let's go right into the letter of explanation. Okay, you start with your address, the visa officer, High Commission of Canada, depending on the country or the nation where you are. If it's Nigeria, if it's England, whatever. So you put it, then put your date. Dear visa officer, I, ABC, which is your name, I'm writing to express my interest, my sincere interest in pursuing a master's, a diploma, a dash in e-commerce and online business management at Trebas Institute, Quebec, because these students attended Trebas, Quebec, where I have been granted admission commencing January 20th, 2025. Through this letter, I aim to present a comprehensive overview of my academic background, professional experience, motivations, and plans that make me a strong candidate for a Canadian study permit. That's the introduction. That's just like a prelude. Then there's there's a heading called personal introduction. So don't copy what I'm reading. That's the problem. Don't copy it. It's going to be plagiarism. If you want me to write it for you, send a letter, send the mail. And then for a fee, it's not free. You will pay me, I'll write. All right, some of you just come and you say, can you help me review? Can you help me pay? And you say, I have 10,000 naira, I have 20,000 naira. No. This is, let me address something. The visa application is a multi-million, either naira or thousands of dollars stuff, process. But some of you don't like paying for the services. You prefer to pay the Canadian embassy their visa fee. You prefer to pay your airline tickets, millions of naira or thousands of dollars. But when it comes to somebody writing to the visa officer, which is like your interview, you don't want to pay. Even CVs are done for 200,000 naira. You want somebody to crack his brain, bring all your information together for 10,000 naira or 20,000 or 30,000. That's not fair. Personal introduction. My academic journey began with the successful completion of my West African Secondary School Certificate examination in June 2005, where I demonstrated strong academic performance across various subjects. Building on this foundation, I pursued and earned a degree in banking and finance from Federal Polytechnic, which equipped me with the fundamental knowledge in financial management, business operation, and economic principles. So we were able to go back to her secondary school where she started and then talked about how she had academic prowess and stuff that built her foundation. We started a foundation for what she's doing today, and talked about her secondary school and her high institution, what she did. So we will now move to the next paragraph, which talks about her professional career. My professional career has since been marked by significant achievement and steady growth. So you see it from secondary school That's the structure to university, now to career. That's just a personal introduction. It's very important, very critical. Currently, I serve as a business analyst at Dash Dash Limited. So we are linking her current job role to the course that she's applying to. Her current job role, we are showing that is linked to the course that she's applying to. So very critical, very, very critical, very important. Where I've developed expertise in market analysis, business strategy development, and operational optimization. So you go and look, you can go and check a job role related to your current jobs and how it links up to the course that you're applying to. All right, don't forget that she's studying, what she applied for is diploma in e-commerce and online business management. So you get it. Where I developed, I've said that this role has provided me with the valuable insights into the contemporary business landscape and growing importance of digital transformation in modern commerce. All right. Now I have to shift my camera a bit. Sorry about that. Now, parallel to, okay, my screen just moved a bit. Parallel to my corporate career, I established and currently manage dash dash dash. So she's saying my business career is not, my career is not only what I'm doing. I also have a business. Parallel means in line. You know what to call parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines that are opposite each other. So you can use that word, say parallel. That means something you run side by side. I establish and currently manage Dash Enterprises, a successful wholesale and retail business specializing in clothing, perfumes, and fashion accessories. Notwithstanding the unfavorable economic climate in Nigeria, the business venture has risen through the ranks and employed over 5 employees in the last 2 years with good pay. Even though it was not true, but it's not true because the business is not even up to 2 years. So some of you will say, why would I register my business when it's not up to this? Register it. This entrepreneurial venture has not only demonstrated my business acumen, but also exposed me to the challenges and opportunities in the retail sector, particularly the increasing need for digital integration and e-commerce solutions. So you see it? So the next paragraph is the motivations. I'm not going to read everything for you. No. Motivation. So there's a prelude we did. There is an introduction, personal introduction. We started from my secondary school experience, moved on to my current career, moved on to my business, and how all of them intertwine to the course that I am doing. Very important. So you see the progression. So when a visa officer is reading it, you just say, my God, there's some of you have excellent records, you have good stuffs, but you can't write well, right? So we don't only write, we also help you to arrange your documents, because arranging documents matters a lot. Some of you don't know that you don't arrange your documents anyhow, so we can help you do that. And we can help you for the entire visa process, but it's for a pay, and it's expensive. It's not cheap. Some of you go and meet quacks out there, and they tell you to give them a little amount of money, and then you come to us and you say we are expensive. We are not for everybody. It's not for everybody. That's just the truth. It's not for everybody. So now the visas landscape is quite difficult. The rejection rates are high, so you have to be serious with what you're doing. So motivations. There's another paragraph called motivations. Hence, my discoveries of knowledge gaps in my business involvement formed the basis for my pursuit of further education in e-commerce and online business management. So we are linking, we are saying there is a gap because of my work experience, because of my business experience. There is a gap that I need to fill, which this my proposed study is filling. That is the goal. That shows the person that this person is educated, this person has experience, both work and personal business, and this person wants to add value to their current business. That's it. So, which is deeply rooted in both personal experience and market observations of a truth. The role of my background in banking and finance has provided me with a solid understanding of traditional business operations, but rapidly evolving digital marketplace demands specialized knowledge and skills that go beyond conventional business education, resulting in the choice of Trebas Institute, Quebec, which was made after careful consideration of various international educational options. So you see, I was able to say that there is a gap. That's why I made research and found out that this school I'm applying to would fill that gap, and my background and everything. So you see, there's a progression. Not that you just write, I'm from Nnewi, I'm from this one. I feel that if I go to study, I'll better my community. Some things are not coordinated. So the other things I wrote about the school, I wrote about their curriculum, I wrote about the program's focus on advanced digital marketing. So you have to go and study your program and see how it excels amongst other programs. So I talked about the Institute's strong industry connections and emphasis on practical training. You understand? So, and I talked about I talked about their ranking according to the US report and how Canada emerged as my favorable destination. This is what I talked, so I can't be reading everything. The next paragraph is my financial preparedness. How am I financially prepared? So I outlined everything about our financial preparedness, how the school fees she paid, the amount she has in her school fees, in her account for living expenses, how she made the money. I made explanation of individual lump sums. Then ties to home country. What are the family connections? I talked about family connections. Apart from that, professional commitment. So your ties to home country involves your professional commitment and ties to home country. And then I talked about her assets, material assets, her lands. Then we talked about a postgraduate plan. What's a short-term plan, 1 to 3 years, linked to the course. I'm not going to read that. If you sit down reading this video might take 1 hour. And then I talked about long-term plans, 10 to 30 years. Then I talked about immigration compliance and documentation. So these are the things. Then we listed the documents that she applied. So I feel if this video has provided value, I'd like you to like, subscribe, hit the notification button until I come your way again. Watch out for more uploads. Thank you and bye.